Hello, 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 and welcome back to Foos On Films. This episode, we're going to be going over and reviewing some of the movies we watched with the category of high school. So we chose 187, we chose Dangerous Minds, we chose Accepted, and we chose a classic Stand and Deliver. So please come be a fool with us, chill, take a seat, and enjoy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Foos on Film. We are here. We're going to talk. Oh my God, you're already correcting me?
I'm just saying.
Foos on Films.
Foos On Films.
Foos on Films. We're here to talk about the movies that we just watched, which is high school movies. And we picked a theme from the wrestling ring. Of course, my name is Eric Cross.
Ozer.
Santana.
Toro.
And we are going to start with me. This, because I believe my movie's the first one, right?
Yeah, that's the oldest one.
Yeah, oldest one. All right. Let me get this up. So, Stand and Deliver was put out on March 11th, 1988. And funny thing about this movie was it was produced by PBS,
Oh, shit.
public access, and it was supposed to be just a kind of throwaway movie, you know, one of those movies that they just put on for, you know, during Saturday or something.
Oh, I was gonna say the last day of school.
Yeah, something like that. Warner Brothers decided they wanted to purchase the movie, and they purchased it for about, I think it was 2 to 3 million, and the budget on this one was 1.6 million. And when it was released by Warner Brothers, it grossed $13.9 million. So they made a profit off of this. Let's see what else do I have here. All right, that's it. So this is a story of a high school teacher. What was it?
Mr. Escalante?
I was trying to think of
It was Garfield High School.
Garfield High.
It's off of Cleela for Whittier Boulevard. Like
in East LA. This teacher was brought in to, you know, trying to help out these students that were, of course, Mexican descent and just very thugging and bugging, as they like to say in the streets.
Thugging and bugging, huh? I never heard that shit in the streets.
You know.
Hey, Kimo, you proud of me? I'm the first dude here. What's calculus?
What's calculus? And he's trying to teach them calculus and get them ready for the what is it?
The SATs now?
The SATs
It's
test.
the advanced placement
Yeah.
exam for
Yeah.
calculus. So what ends up happening is if they pass that, it gives them college credits right off the bat.
And of course, you know, the powers that be that were behind the test, they thought that all these students were cheating. So he had to prove that he taught these kids how to do the math and do calculus and all that stuff and be able to pass this test. Classic fucking movie. Edward James Olmos, you know, I think one of his iconic roles besides Selena's papa. You know, he
Santana.
I was thinking Santana, yeah.
or Santana, yeah,
American Me.
and you know, they almost I forget what they were gonna do. They almost didn't go with Edward James Olmos. They wanted somebody else, but he mirrored the actual person.
Yeah, and he spent a lot
kinda
of
does it
time.
like him.
Yeah, and he spent a lot of time learning his mannerisms and
Yeah.
everything. Like, if you think about it, like the way that he got the class,
Yeah.
like engaged, where he created that excitement. So you could see that. And I'm sure we've all had at least one teacher where you're like, all right, this is actually a cool teacher. Like, I'm willing
Yeah.
to learn. But the fact
Miss
that
Schaefer.
that he went, wow, he he taught them algebra, right? And then I think he went like straight to calculus.
Yeah.
He's like they could learn, calculus, and they're like, oh, well, he hasn't taken math analysis and this and that. So, for him to essentially do that and have those kids there on Saturdays and like they really went through. He took them through a straight freaking math boot camp to essentially prepare. But to what you're saying is because they did so well, and because of the area and the ethnicity or the background of the kids, they were just suspicious. So
and also with the producing side, the background side of the movie, it was a shoestring type of thing. There was something going wrong. There was always, like they were missing things. I can guarantee you that scene where they're all in the, the locker room when that first Saturday they had to go in, and they're sweating like bullets, and they're, oh man, I thought this was gonna be air conditioned. Yeah. I think that was real. They were like, we're like putting you in this fucking place. Yeah.
Some other bungalows were like that in high school.
Man, I fucking hated that shit.
Bungalows.
Really fucking classic movie. What did you guys think of it?
It's a classic. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I was around East LA a lot. Like you see, I worked in East LA as well, so it's just like seeing a lot of the stuff. Like I thought one of the things that was dope is when it opens up on Stand and Deliver, and the movie comes up and says Stand and Deliver. It's like the Boyle Heights, like LA type bridge already right then and there. And then it's as that intro comes in, and obviously Escalante's there checking in and everything, right? But it's showing so many different parts. What I thought what stood out to me, and I don't know if anybody caught this, so in that entire scene, it shows a whole bunch of different parts of like Boyle Heights and East LA. And then at the very end, right before like the movie actually truly begins, it ends at the cemetery. The one that's it's like on Eastern and Olympic, I think, by the 710 freeway. It's like an old school one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, and if you go further down, like you'd be going into Indiana and all that stuff over there. So, but what I thought was unique about that is that they left that as the last shot, like the last.
Yeah.
Like if you don't do anything with your life or you're out in the street or whatever, that's where you're gonna end up, kind of thing. So I caught that. I don't know if anybody else caught that. I thought that was dope. So. And then just seeing like something that actually happened, right? Especially in the Chicano and in the Latino or the Hispanic, like whatever it is, but it's really like Chicano.
Yeah.
A teacher that went above and beyond to really teach kids, to position them for success in their lives. Like that's really dope to see. Yeah. And I think Edward James almost did a really great job, and as passionate as he was, like a great actor that he is, and essentially that bled through as transparent and like genuine in the acting. So you could imagine, that's exactly how the teacher essentially was, like down to the hat and everything, and the behavior, the body language, and all of that. So I think he did a great job, playing Jaime Escalante.
Yeah.
No, for sure he did, because he actually stayed over at the main guy's house.
Yeah.
He actually gained a few pounds itself to actually know his steps and everything. He actually stayed at his house to understand his movements, how he talks. I'm pretty sure he went to his school during that time.
Probably talked to his students and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You think the original teacher was as charismatic as, as the way he portrayed him today?
I think that's a reason why he goes out.
Yeah.
It's just different because it's Edward James almost versus, the Jaime Escalante's actual voice, But I'm pretty sure he mimicked, to his point, what he's saying. If he went and he slept over, he's watching all of his behavior so he can study it, so it could be as authentic as possible. Like it's really him. So for sure.
So funny thing about that though is the family of they were saying that he mimicked him so good that it was tough to to take away from who is who, you know. So that goes to his fucking acting skills, his dedication to go in and actually wanting to learn his mannerisms, his fucking speech pattern, and then Lou Diamond Phillips, you know, Mr. Gangster, Angel.
And then, so Daniel Villarreal.
Yeah, I was looking up his name.
Which plays Chuco, the
Finger Man.
The Finger Man. So,
3.
funny about that, I was just about to say that. Lou Diamond Phillips went on a gang ride with him, with the Finger Man, and showing him all the gangs, you know, drive-bys and shit like that of you know, this is where we did this drive-by, this is where we robbed this place, blah, blah, blah. And they couldn't find an actor good enough to play the Finger Man.
Yeah.
So they said, hey, since you showed him all this stuff, read with him and see what we can do. And sure enough.
So was that his first acting job or what?
I don't know if it was first acting job, because I'm pretty sure he was one of like a consultant, because he was a gang member, you know, or I guess former.
Well, the movie is before obviously American Me.
Yeah.
Right? I think American Me's 92.
I'll say 92, 93. Yeah, 92. You're right.
So yeah, I got to meet him recently. Really cool dude. I met him at what is it, Frankensons?
I'll throw that up right now.
This is Little Puppet. Check out the homie Santana on Foos On Film. Hold on.
You know, Little Puppet. We chopped it up for a little bit, and you know, he's
Give us a shout out.
Yeah, gave us a shout out on Foos On Film. So I want to say gracias, thank you.
Yes, sir. That was dope.
And I think that's you know, he makes the movie. Like, it's cool that towards the end of the movie he turns around too. Like, if you can't beat him, join him.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like, hey, I'm gonna do calculus with you, because he didn't. But they respect each other, or at least Chuco kind of respects him when they fix his car.
Yeah.
You know, because remember the you know, they busted the glass and kind of jacked it. I think they gave it a paint job too. No.
Yeah, they fixed it up.
Yeah,
Hit
so
my ride.
like, yeah, pretty much. You know. So it's cool to see that. It's cool to see. I always trip out on that movie because Lou Diamond Phillips, like, you know, it's like you played it off in La Bamba. You know, like in La Bamba is believable. Get a different time frame era.
Yeah.
But it's funny though, cause. But then again, there is Chicanos that are like that don't speak, you know, Spanish like that, or they, you know, they're. You know, they have a little bit trouble maybe enunciating things or saying things. So that's believable too. And especially in East Los Boyo Heights too. I mean, there's generations of families. So
it gets lost in the sauce, man.
Lou Diamond Phillips, was he Filipino?
who?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
You know what? I don't remember. I thought he was.
Jesse,
Can you look up his ethnicity?
Yeah, I thought he was like native. Yeah, that's what I thought he was Native American. Yeah,
He does have that.
yeah.
Yeah, but he does have that.
That's why he plays Chavez on Young Guns. You guys like?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Dirty Mexican, you do with your horse, greaser.
Favorite scene off of this?
I really like the beginning, like what Carlos was saying when they were showing Boyle Heights.
Okay.
One scene that always trips me out is because I don't really remember it being a kid, but when people used to be able to ride in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah, that
Filipino?
stood out. Oh, he is Filipino.
He is Filipino.
Okay.
He's
Yes.
the
I mean,
Philippines.
Filipino.
/ Scottish, Irish, Cherokee Native.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Side.
Yeah.
So, but that's the
Half
thing.
of it is absolutely
But
fucking Philippine.
yeah,
Philippines.
But that's the thing with Filipinos. They get
Shout out to all my Philippines, my Pinoys.
pa, pa, pa. Oh wait, hold on.
He was born in the Philippines too. So
Oh, yeah? There's one over
To
there.
the elders and shit.
he's a Filipino man, I guess.
Favorite scenes?
I like it.
The riding behind the what do you call it? The pickup truck, man.
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
you know what? That made me think. I was like, damn, I forgot that you could do that at one point. I wonder what year the law changed. Jesse, look it up.
I want to guess like 92. I asked my mom the same thing today because I was just thinking
I
about
remember
the
as
movie.
a kid, like going on the way to like TJ or Ensenada, like we used to be able to be in the back of the
Back of the pickup truck in the bed. Yeah.
But it had a camper on it though.
The Finger Man scene really sticks out to me too.
Another
I think
one?
a lot of people know
Oh yeah, that's the classic one.
the 9 times because of that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's is the
You gotta do it, Hoser.
I I haven't drank enough.
Mine's is the one where he's about to walk out, and he's like, if we were in the streets, I would kick your fucking ass. And he puts his hat on and shit.
Oh, when he tells Andy Garcia.
Yeah,
he tells the FBI agent, yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes right there. You got one?
Not really have a direct scene itself, but I just really enjoyed the teacher itself, just giving the passion of the students itself, just giving them hope. Like, dude,
Ganas.
Ganas. That's what ganas.
You know the one chick that what was it, the chair chick?
Which one?
The one where they're in the faculty room,
okay,
and they're talking, and that one chick that's always like, "Nah, I don't think these kids are able to do that."
Yeah.
She's a bitch.
The downer.
She's a fucking bitch, man. Like, come on.
Like they all doubted that the kids are.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, at least the principal gave him a shot. Like, say, all right, if you fail, you fail.
wanna do it,
Fuck it,
handle.
whatever's. But but that chick was like, they're not able to do it.
It's dope because he started something else. Like you guys know, at the end of the movie, so it shows 83, then 84, then 85, 86, 87, and then every year that number increased of the people that passed the AP exam for calculus. So that's dope. Obviously, he means a lot to
I actually like that scene a lot too.
Heights and
the ending, I really like that scene too.
ending,
When they
like,
call
it
and they
gives
go, we
you-
got the scores.
Yeah,
and they're
like-
showing like every student.
and then he says,
their
he goes, I want the
grades.
original scores reinstated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he walks out like,
Yeah.
I'm not like my work here is done.
Yeah,
He walks out all
exactly.
proud.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah, Escalante, you did it.
Yeah. It was love to see a young Andy Garcia too.
Oh yeah. They were gonna actually.
His Cuban accent was a lot heavier too. Like talking about
time.
he's from the area. And shit.
They were gonna actually give him the role of Lou Diamond Phillips' character.
The student?
Yeah, he was gonna be the student, but he, he's obviously aged out of that.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, we'll put him as one of the
FBI agent.
FBI agents.
It would have been some 21 Jump Street shit or for real.
You're too old to be here, man. Come on now. All right. So that. Anything else on this?
Shout out to East Los, Boyle Heights, all of that.
Garfield High.
Garfield High. I know they rivals with Roosevelt. Shout out to everybody though.
Yeah. All right. So who is next?
Pretty sure I would be next. Dangerous Minds.
Wasn't none of your business, chismosa.
All right,
had to
Dangerous
put that
Minds.
What year was Dangerous?
95.
95. Yeah.
What year was the 187?
97.
97.
Oh, so yeah. All right, so Dangerous Minds released August 11th, 1995. The budget was 2 to 3 mil. Sorry, 23 mil.
23.
And they grossed 179.
179.
23 million. Seems a lot, right? For that movie? Yeah.
Well, they
They shot it at
Nicole-
Bell or whatever the fuck.
No, I don't know where they shot it, but yeah, 23 mil and they grossed 179.
Regular ass high school.
yeah.
So quick synopsis is kind of the same story we're gonna hear with this episode. Is good teacher with good intentions goes into a school with troubled teens, right? At first they all hate her. She has to win them over, and then at the end everyone loves her. That's pretty much the story of this movie. But the start of it's really dope because it starts out with Gangsta's Paradise with Coolio's
Oh
song.
yeah.
And dude, I trip out because that song, I feel like that song is more popular than the movie.
Yeah, power in the money, money in the power, minute after minute, hour after hour.
Nah, it's dope.
What's going on in the kitchen?
Even till now, dude, like that song really,
That still hits.
It's still dope. Yeah, it's still dope to this day. To be honest, Dangerous Minds growing up, it was my favorite movie. I was 10 years old when this shit came out, right?
Did you want a teacher like that?
Yeah, I did.
Come to your.
I did. I wanted to be part of her class.
Come to your house. And
I'm a
shit?
low out gangster set tripping banger.
I don't know if this happens to you guys when you guys grew up loving a movie and then you watch it as an adult and it's like, why did I like this?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so it wasn't that bad for me, but I feel this movie is really corny now that I look at it. Now that I'm older, and because it's been a couple years that I
Well,
watched
she has
it.
that southern
It's,
accent. Like
It's Michelle
she has like a
Pfeiffer.
twang. Talk.
Elvira.
Well,
Elvira.
It's Elvira.
Yeah,
Elvira.
man. But it's funny, like when she's talking to one of the students.
That's where
"Well,
the- that's
y'all
where
have
the-
a choice to leave. Like, come on.
That's
Oh yeah. She does have
that's
that
where the
accent.
majority of the budget went.
Yeah.
Michelle
with the
Pfeiffer.
actors.
Yeah.
Well, beside her, who's the other big actor? Shit, probably
The
Coolio
fat-
got
the
paid.
Fat, the fat white boy. The fat white boy, the one, the other teacher.
Well, the other teacher, her friend.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but I don't recognize him from anything. The students, I don't think any of them.
Well,
were,
probably
at
a
the
little
time
bit.
they were.
I think I think more of the budget was either to her, to Elvira,
to the soundtrack.
and
Jesse,
to-
look up
to
how
the
much
school.
Michelle Pfeiffer got paid for Dangerous
He's not.
Minds.
He's not.
So
right.
when just a quick
Thank
thing,
you, Jesse, in advance.
when she gets interviewed for the job, they're like, "Oh, the salary is $24,700," and right away she's like, "Oh, hell yeah, I'll take it."
Yeah.
So today the amount would be $52,963. That's pretty much what they would have
With
offered her
inflation?
today. Yeah,
With inflation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
and we're talking 21 years ago,
Yeah.
1985.
That sounds about right.
Bullshit,
You know,
31 years ago.
I mean, honestly, teachers get paid shit,
Right.
but it's the thrill of the hunt.
Now you guys remember Emilio, right?
Yeah.
Emilio. Yeah.
Does that guy remind you of anyone?
I was like,
Emilio Estevez.
Jesse.
Emilio Estevez,
Emilio.
the Mighty Ducks man.
Do you guys think he looks like anyone?
Jesse.
Like Jesse? You think he looks like Jesse?
Younger Jesse.
Emilio?
Where is he? There he is.
No.
Is he fucking swole though?
Jeez. Hey, put those away.
You guys
Yo.
don't think he looks like a young or the son of Manny from Scarface?
Oh shit! Really?
I thought so. He reminded me of Manny.
Manolo.
Manolo.
Yeah,
Manolo.
Manolo.
Stephen Bauer.
Ah, a little bit.
He reminded me of
I
him.
can see it because he had that slick back hair and shit.
Yeah.
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 And he was always trying to hit on Avita when they go out on the
This
date.
leather jacket.
Did you guys have watched this movie before or is it first times?
I've watched this shit a long ass time.
Yeah, I
ago.
watched this
First
before.
time.
First time watching it, man? How'd you like it?
Living in the gangster's paradise.
I like him.
You liked it?
It was cool. We need to rewatch it again
Okay.
pretty soon. No.
It's a old school movie. I think it's dope. To your point, yeah, it's corny, but it's still very like shows you variations of really what's going on. Like, she went to the kids' house also. She visited them, trying to see where they live, trying to understand, how to reach them and how to come across and help them. So
Yeah, she really cared.
yeah, so she genuinely cared for the kids. So that's pretty dope.
That kind of remind me of during San Delivery when the teacher was going during the apartments. I mean, the students. Hey, let's go to school. It kind of remind me a little bit about that too.
Ultra 2.
Two, please.
2, please. Also, it's just, it's funny is the scene where she goes to what was it, the twins?
Yeah.
And,
the
where-
grandma
and
comes
when
out.
the grandma comes out and just talks shit to her, like, damn, that's
That grandma was.
that's some classic grandma shit right there. That she'd be like, "You motherfucker, get the fuck out of here."
Poetry and shit.
Yeah.
I ain't raising doctors and lawyers. We got bills to pay or something like that. That lady was rude, man.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
that was a
that-
fucked up ass
Poor
part,
Luann.
too.
But that's the thing with
I felt bad too, just looking at it like, damn.
Yeah.
Like that.
Secondhand embarrassment. Huh? Luann?
That was her name.
Yeah.
Luann.
Luann Johnson.
Luann.
Luann
King
Johnson.
of the Hill or what?
There's two things about this movie that didn't really make sense why they were there. I don't know if you guys could help me out with it, but
Okay.
did you guys think there was a reason for them to talk about her whole divorce?
Honestly, was trying. I'm pretty sure either trying to flush out the character,
Or maybe to make it seem like why she might have so much time in her hand.
Yeah.
And like why she
Yeah,
cares
like-
so much about the students.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like maybe
it didn't go anywhere with her divorce.
But that's the thing. That was another thing that pisses me off about this is that there was no end game to, to helping them these students out. You know what I mean? Like for the stand and deliver. You got the SATs. You gotta figure out like, hey, we're not cheating on this, but we did it.
Yeah.
They
It was-
actually learned how to do it.
it was more like she did something else. She did something another teacher wasn't able to do, which
Yeah.
is like tame the kids
Yeah.
and get them to understand her like ecosystem of, education to keep their attention, on class and just bring out like the
Different subjects.
the different subjects and the good side of teenagers in
students.
high school, and then that's why there's still shit going on in the background. Like Emilio and what's his face. They
white
argue
dude,
over
yeah.
about a little like deal that they had.
Oh,
type
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So they get down and this and that, and You
Wasn't
know,
none of your business, chismosa.
exactly. And then, you know, the word kind of gets around, or she's like, "You shouldn't have done that. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have. They're still gonna fight."
They were all fucking
What do you
they
mean
were-
by that?
Yeah, and they were,
And
and they got
Angela,
down.
where?
Yeah, and they get down in the locker room, and you know, obviously, it's inevitable. So, I think it still shows. Yeah. So
You're a Marine. You understand.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that. I mean, good movie, honestly.
The homegirl comes out in it. Let me get her name right.
Yeah.
The Chola girl?
Karina Royave.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Karina.
Tell you, she's like 4 for 4 with freaking high school movies.
No, she's came out of different movies.
Yep.
Yeah. Name them. No.
Oh,
Do you guys have any favorite scenes? Any
Honestly,
characters that stand out?
my favorite scene was the chismosa one where
When they're talking shit to her?
Where they're talking shit to her, but then like she kind of wins them over at the end. Like, hey, let's start doing the poetry. you know?
Yeah.
I think the beginning for me, the opening scene,
Same.
where she goes and she's like, "Who wants to learn karate?" Like it was like an icebreaker
yeah.
into meeting everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and just being like, "Hey, look, I'm not like your normal teacher. Like,
Yeah.
I'm willing to try different tactics.
Yeah.
If it means that I'm gonna get your focus and your attention, so you guys can pass this class."
Okay.
You know, like how she says, like everybody starting today has an A. Like you all start off. He goes, but it's gonna be up to you to keep it. And there is there's teachers that are like that. Like, look, everybody's on the same level right now. And if you fall behind, that's on you, right?
Yeah.
And that's understandable. And we, you know, you got to hold yourself accountable versus saying, I mean, we say this now because we're older, you know, but fuck that teacher. That fool don't like me, you know, like, but it is what it is. When you got like 30 absences in one class and then like 20 absences in another one, they don't even match.
Yeah. Well, it's usually first period because you don't go to first period.
Or third,
Because
or third, or
you
fourth.
show up at lunch.
Showing up at lunch, coming out of nowhere, like, what's
For
up?
the food.
And still be in line to get my Subway
Yeah,
or the
I
sandwich.
still miss those fucking school pizzas and shit.
Shit, the
Pizza Hut.
chalupas.
The little squares
The little square ones.
with the human pepperoni meat,
Oh shit.
No, it's a pizza.
or the chalupas we were talking about.
Oh,
Now that
yeah.
we're on a topic for school.
They're bomb.
When I went
Another
to
thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
when I went to West Covina High, they had round table pizza.
What the hell?
I was like, what the fuck? This is
Shit,
nice.
must be nice.
white
eh?
ass shit.
Now, another thing about the movie is her friend, the other teacher, he's always smoking, he's always coughing.
Yeah.
Like, was this the type of thing where it's like low key, like, hey,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
smoke?
Duh.
Was it like advertising?
He was
to
stressed the
fucking-
fuck out.
to quit smoking?
It was like maybe, probably because it's she, you know, the end message of it is like, I turn these kids around.
Yeah.
You know, do the right thing. Like,
Mr. Tambourine Man.
yeah. So maybe, but it also maybe showed like the side people don't. Maybe it showed the side of teachers you don't see.
Yeah.
You only see your teacher for your teacher. You don't see this fool fucking going behind the bungalow smoking a stogie because he's stressed the fuck out because the kid from the prior period said, "Fuck you, teacher, I'm gonna come back and fuck you up." Watch.
All right, here's the question though. Did you guys ever have a teacher that was that cool where you just hanged out with them after school?
I had a
or-
teacher, shout out Mr. Lowe. I don't know if you're alive or you're dead. If you're alive, awesome.
If you're not,
in
alright.
Bell High School. If not, rest in peace. I'm assuming he's still there. Or retired, more than likely retired. But I used to ditch classes. And I had nowhere to go. Like, fuck, I can't kick it over here. I can't kick it over here. Or I didn't hop the fence or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't have homework, whatever it was. I would show up and be like, "Hey, Mr. Lowe, what's up? Let me kick it." And there was like the laboratories in the back, and there was another door. And sometimes I would hang him, and he's like, "All right, shut up. Here, help me with this paperwork. Grade this paperwork." I'll be like, it was. I don't want to put that fool on blast. It's too late already. But shout out, Mr. Lowe. That fool was dope, Mr. Lowe.
What about you?
Nah, I never had a
No,
teacher
I
like
didn't
that.
say he was
Nah.
dead.
Well, my teacher was
Never
like,
teach-
I'm pretty sure he's retired
Like
now
after high
because he was
school,
already in his
Like,
50s.
no, like when you're doing where you're going to school
Klein?
and then after school you're like,
I mean, during
hey,
lunchtime,
come
I
help
used
out.
to hang out with them during
Okay.
lunchtime.
Okay.
I used to go to the room, just hang out, just
Yeah.
chit chat with them. Mr. Papikin, whoever you're out there.
Mr.
Awesome
Papi.
guy.
What'd you say?
Papikin.
Papikin.
Papikin. I don't know if I pronounce his name, but
Jesse, didn't we have the same homeroom teacher, Mr. Gomez?
No.
Oh no, that was all the S's. Okay, everybody, sit down and shut up. Everybody, sit in your seats. Carlos, pay attention.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't him.
Yes, it was Mr. Lopez. Mr.
I don't
Lopez,
think
not
we
Mr.
get out.
Gomez.
Something, but it wasn't.
That's Mr. Lopez.
No.
Yes, Dick. I had him for homework.
All right. Let me ask you this.
And so we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Growing up, did you guys ever have one of them yellow peachy folders?
Yeah.
You had
I
one?
I had one of those, and then I also had one of those, the ones with the athletes
basketball?
on it.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Yeah, the
yellow
like the
ones.
little
Well, there were
cardboard
two different
manila
ones.
ones.
There was that one, and then there was like a plain one.
Oh shit!
I used to have a
seen
plain
it.
one, and then they
They were
had
in
the
blue
athlete-
and yellow, no?
Yeah,
They're,
I think so.
Yellow with like
brownish.
red
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like burgundy brown.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll
the-
show a picture of
those.
it. Right now.
Old school.
Anything else on this? What do you think?
Keep standing up for lives, living in the gangster's paradise.
regarding about one of the actors, one of the students, you know the one dude I brought up to you that he came out on Con Air.
Connor. Oh yeah, Raul.
So not only that, he came out on Hackers too.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right.
I haven't seen that guy in a long time. I don't know if he's done anything else. It's the guy with the leather jacket.
Hey, I need a leather jacket.
Wait, touch it. It's real. It's real leather.
It's real leather.
Yeah. Can I get a chicken?
He always came
whole
out-
one?
A whole one. And he always came off kind of feminine the way that he talked.
Well, that's what Art was saying
Sassy.
about in
Yeah.
Con Air. He's a tranny. He's a transsexual.
yeah.
I didn't say those words directly.
Sorry, is that
Well,
is that a bad word?
No, I don't think it's a bad word. I mean, if that's what you are, or, I mean, that's what they are.
Whatever you identify.
Yeah, whatever you
Doesn't
identify
mean
as.
what-
It's
Only
not
you
bad.
think
It's
like,
in
dude.
it's in the dictionary, So.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Oh, you're right. That's funny.
But nonetheless, good movie. Good movie. Let's go on to the next one, which is
The penal code for homicide, which is 187. So this movie is from 97. I think it's a dope movie. The box office says different. So
terrible.
essentially, the cost of the movie, the budget was about 23 million. They only made, that's bad. They only made back about 2.5 or a little under it.
Come on, Cesar, if you're gonna be stupid, don't be half-ass stupid.
Be all the way stupid, and that's towards the end.
yeah.
But essentially, this guy, he's a teacher, Garfield, played by Samuel L. Jackson. It opens up with him being a high school teacher in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn, if anybody from Brooklyn is watching. And then Method Man happens to be the student that got transferred there. He found out that Garfield, the teacher, Samuel L. Jackson, was failing him, and he couldn't fail because then he couldn't transfer back to his high school. So he was an OT. So he had to maintain a certain average or can't fail a class so he could go back to his old school.
Yeah,
So once he finds that out, he was going through obviously a textbook that had 187, Garfield 187, so hence the name of the movie 187, right? And then it just cuts to the scene. He's in the hallway walking, and when you walk and there's mirrors and spots you could check kind of like behind you sometimes in department store shit like that. It was a big one.
Yeah.
So he's walking, you can see Method Man in the back, student, he comes up behind him and he stabs him with like a, not an ice pick, but it's kind of like
actually
a
like a
prison.
screw.
It's a prison shank type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
With a screw or actually a nail, which is kind of like an ice pick. And he stabs him a lot, right? And then essentially it just cuts scene and it fast forward 15 months and now he's in LA. So they call him for the job. He picks up, he says, "Hey God, please let me kind of, keep this job," type thing. And then he runs into another tough situation, right? Now it's in LA. So we have a few different characters and actors that play, obviously, the gangsters, the cholos that are tagging up to school.
Yeah.
It's the back of the bungalow, Bungalow 86, the one nobody cares about. And
was
essentially,
always one.
yeah,
There's always
essentially,
one.
so essentially he goes in, he's trying to kind of cool things out. Obviously, Cesar and Benny, and I forgot the skater looking dude with like the blonde hair. But if you think about
Oh,
it,
yeah.
back then everybody
Stevie.
kind of had Stevie, yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Everybody
man.
had a homie that kind of had blonde hair or whatever. You know, that was a skater type dude. And then essentially what this movie consists of is, you know, he's essentially, you know, like a scientist. He's good at chemistry and all of that stuff. And he's trying to talk about centrifugal force and all of that. And he's teaching them stuff, right? But these guys are obviously gangsters and they're like, fuck you. And we're not going to pay attention to you. And, you know, we're real gangsters and who cares what you say type thing. So eventually, you know, they get into personal beefs, you know, with those students. Samuel L. Jackson gets into kind of like those personal beefs with those students outside. He tries to help, you know, one of the girls, which was usually tossed around, treated like a skank or slut, because I guess she
rat.
was, you know.
They ran the train on her.
And yeah,
Which is Karina,
yeah,
the homework
Karina,
Karina.
yeah. So
Rita.
you know, but essentially, you know, he tries to do so many different things. And again, this is a little more graphic than like Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
And like compared to
Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous
Oh, yeah.
Minds, because this is the reality. And again, you see that gang culture, you know, that is in LA at that time frame too. So this is 97 and it's supposed to be based around like early 90s to midnight, but you know, the 90s were the 90s. So essentially, you know, those characters, the classmates, it eventually, Garfield, he starts using certain tactics. Spoiler alert, he figures out a way where, you know, one of the actors, which is Benny Chacon, overdoses on morphine, right? He's able to, Caesar, which is another main character, he's able to drug him, you know, cut off his finger, and just so many subliminal things happen in this movie. He's almost like a CIA special agent undercover, but it never talks about a history of him having any of that.
Yeah.
It's just he's on defensive and he's using his knowledge of like
Well, he's a
chemicals.
science teacher.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
science teacher.
he's a
So
science
he's
teacher.
using his knowledge and he knows what he can do, right? And then obviously, ultimately, a whole bunch of things happened. He helps, you know, kids eventually graduate when it cuts to the end scene. But along the way, Benny obviously dies. And in the final scene where there's the confrontation, because they're kind of going back and forth, invading his privacy. One of the dog of his girlfriend died. Like there's so many things happening.
Fuck Caesar.
That so it comes down to the end where they're playing essentially Russian roulette on the table, and Garfield doesn't even care anymore. He does a click, click, click. You know, I took 3 turns. You didn't even take one. You're like you're you know what. You know,
You're crazy, man.
No, you put the soundbite.
Oh, wait.
Come on, Cesar. You're gonna be stupid. Don't be half-ass stupid. Be all the way stupid.
Yeah, so that's actually the scene like I was saying in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where they're doing the Russian roulette game to shoot each other. So then Garfield ends up shooting himself. Caesar ends up shooting himself because he felt like a punk. Like, nah, he took my bullet.
He took my shit.
Right?
Man.
So he kills himself, inadvertently thinking he wasn't going to smoke himself. And then it cuts to the graduation. And then Rita actually being in front of the audience talking about like, hey, he pushed me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to publicly speak, but he did so much for everybody. So it's a pretty trippy movie. I've always, anything Samuel L. Jackson is in, I'll watch.
Oh, no, for sure.
You know, so honestly, even though it bombed in the box office, I think the storyline is dope. I think the cast is dope. I think because it's also based in the LA West Coast gang culture, like it's relatable to anybody that's on this side, on the West Coast. But, you know, it felt like something realistic, like shit that you would see at school, you know, shit happening or hear about. And so it's a trip.
So this is the thing that I brought up when we were talking about Friday, that it's the same movie with Don't Be a Menace or
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood and Friday. The difference between this comic, you know, hood lifestyle to this real world fucking
Yeah.
shooting gangster bullshit, all that bullshit.
Like
this
Jan-
is what this is.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like Dangerous Minds, it left it up for interpretation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It left
wasn't
it up for
rugged.
like you should kind of know what happened, especially with
What, the twins?
the two guys getting down, like we were just
Oh,
talking about.
yeah,
you know,
right,
like
yeah.
it shows you that, but you know, and then it just hear, oh, Emilio got smoked. So,
Yeah.
but it doesn't show it happening.
Yeah.
And in this one, Benito, damn, I can't forget that. I forgot the actor's name, but he plays Little Joker in next.
His name is
Friday.
Lobo, but I forgot his last name.
Yeah.
Lobo.
Yeah, I
Lobo
heard
something.
about those boys in here. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not hooked. I'm hooked on phonics.
I'm hooked on Chronic. I'm hooked on Phonic.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
favorite scene.
Well, look, for me, Dangerous Minds is more like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
And 187 is legit like the
Yeah,
grittiest
yeah,
high school
yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
that there is.
rated R.
That's
Yeah.
the shit I'm trying to say.
I mean, the
man.
title itself is just 187.
yeah.
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 And I can see where they kind of fell off a little bit from the story wise. You know, it wasn't. I don't know, man. It was just. It seemed like it lacked a little bit of it, but you know, for myself, I fucking love this movie. You know, Samuel L. Jackson fucking gives a one of the best like acting. You know, the way he acts in this movie is just like, yeah, he's a fed up fucking teacher that just doesn't give a fuck at this point, and he's like, you want to bring it? Let's bring it, Cesar. Come on.
Well, there's a one of the parts of the movie when he's talking about when he is with Caesar like on the table, and he's,
Yeah.
you know, before all of that happens, he's saying, you know, like pretty much I've been dead since that shit happened to me, and no matter how many of you I gotta put away, pretty much saying like doesn't matter. Like he's been moved or whatever, you know, it doesn't matter how many fools he's killing on the low.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't satisfy him at all, and he doesn't feel anything. So that kind of leads you to believe like those two died right there, just, you know, in that movie that you saw. But I think that's open left to interpretation. Like, how many other fools did he kill?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Anybody like kids that ended up fucking with him?
Yeah, because again, it started with method.
Did they end up missing? Did they end up on a milk carton?
And I always wanted to know, was it just because of the stabbing? Was his back all fucked up?
Yeah, that's what it
That
was.
That was
a pretty-
All
yeah,
the,
like,
the
that was
operations,
fucked
the
up.
operations, the skin grafts, all of that shit. So
Yeah.
it's, I mean, if you trip out on it, that's the reality of it. You're not just gonna see the puncture wounds.
Yeah.
Like they gotta, especially if they were deep, they're gonna do skin grafts, all of that stuff, and obviously it's gonna leave all that scar tissue there.
It look like Freddy.
I know.
It did.
Yeah.
Hey. Favorite scene out of this?
Well, I really like the fact that Caesar got the
Got his.
Got his
His,
finger cut
how
off,
they
his
say-
head blown out.
Oh,
I feel when it comes to Caesar,
Fuck
he
that.
got his revenge in a very funny way because once the other teacher, his girlfriend, I think her name was Helen, she told him like, "Oh, did you know that Caesar like he's illiterate, he can't read."
Yeah.
So then he sits him in the front.
Yeah.
Garfield sits him in the front and he makes him read.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was him just fucking with him, right?
Yeah.
And then the second time, you know, when he told him like, "Oh, this is my trigger finger," right? He's like, "Careful, this is my trigger finger." So he cuts that finger off. And the next day, or when they go back to class, he's like, "Oh, now he's talking about the hand." And he's like, "Everybody, like, move
The
your fingers, the
phalanges.
phalanges,
Yeah.
yeah, the phalanges." He's just doing this, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, dude, what a way to fuck with them, you know?
Yeah, of course.
but that's the thing, when you push someone to that brink, you're gonna get that pushback, and that's what that was.
Dude, even the other teacher, Dave, the one that Mr. McAllister, the one from
Yeah,
Harvard,
with
yeah.
the gun.
yeah, that fool was ready to shoot a kid. That fool
Yeah,
was
man.
ready to fucking
And
kill all of them.
That was smash Rita.
Yeah, for real. What a fool.
It did feel fucking fucked up. Like when she's ready, he's like, "Oh, come over to the pad. Like I'll help you genuinely."
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
scene cuts. He said "cuero," and she's right there like naked, and he's like, "Oh fuck, what the fuck? Put
Yeah.
on your clothes."
Wanted something.
You know, but she was. That tells you she was just used to, you know, doing that with that teacher, maybe other teachers, or just with anybody in general, because that's how she felt about her self-esteem. You know what I mean?
I think that's
a
why he
trip.
was late to class on the first day
I mean, that's
That makes sense.
because he was smashing.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah,
I,
man,
I didn't even think of that. That's true. Se echó un palito en el bungalow.
That's
Yeah,
how
because
much-
remember he catches her where she's getting
Yeah,
trained pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's a fucked up scene.
And how
Yeah, I
long
know.
has that been
It's
going
fucked up.
on though? Like that. That's a crazy ass question. Fuck.
I think
Something
that
to think about. Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that was her bigger role, huh? The biggest role she had to that point, probably.
Yeah, I feel like it.
What else has she been in?
Well, she's been a lot of like. Well, she was on
A
Lean
lot
on Me.
of high school, yeah.
She was in Dangerous Minds. She had a small scene. She was in Falling Down. Falling Down, she had more dialogue, but I feel like in 187, she was one of the main characters.
Yeah.
She was.
Speaking of, brought it up that she came out of Empire.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if you guys seen. Oh, you're familiar with the movie Empire, right?
Yeah, I haven't
don't
seen it
even
recently.
see-
It's one of my
I
favorite movies. I can't tell you right off the bat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I remember scenes that stick out like fucking.
But Scarface.
Scarface, I can recite word for word.
One of the, for me, the first time watching this movie, good movie, great. But one of the scenes that just got me off guard because I'm a pet lover, and it's just the dog
Oh, the
scene.
dog,
Like,
Yeah, when they killed the
man.
dog.
I know we they're like looking. I forgot what his name is. The dog's name
Jake, I think.
is it Jake?
I think it's Jake, yeah.
And they're like calling him Jake,
Yeah.
Jake.
He usually comes.
And he's
around.
like, he usually comes, and then you just see the chain, and then they show him, and he's hanging off.
And the whole
he-
puppet and everything, they did a good job because they're like, oh, dude, I look real for a moment.
They suffer,
No dogs were harmed in this scene.
Yes. Oh,
So, yeah, no, I feel you. It was a weeds, but that, and then they tagged KOS. That was their,
Capitan Suckers.
Yeah.
They were tag bangers pretty much.
yeah.
They were
That's
tag
what.
bangers.
See, in the '90s, a lot of that shit. Like,
lot of it was tag banging.
especially a lot of the, there's a lot of tagging crews and native gangs. Bro.
yeah, that's kind of sucks.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it makes sense. So
All right, we're back. Anything else on this 187?
Highly recommended to watch for anyone out there. It's a great time. Even me personally watching the first time, great. And even so, like for being a Samuel Jackson movie, like you mentioned earlier, it's a great movie. If you're a big fan, it just.
No,
one of
I
those-
can talk.
I feel like it's like one of those underdog movies, like hidden gem movies. A lot
Hell
of
yeah.
people
This is
know
and
about.
it's written by like a former teacher,
By a teacher.
a substitute teacher. That some of the events I think that happened were real.
Yeah,
So I don't know how much of that shit is real. So don't ask me. But
but
I
it
know-
feels real though.
No. But when I was reading up on it, it shows that some of those, to your point, because it's a former teacher that I guess, I don't know if the teacher was part of it, but those things. Some of those things, I guess.
I'm pretty sure the stuff that he did to Benny and Caesar were probably the exaggeration.
Oh
Like
no,
the-
for sure.
That was probably the.
You would have
the
seen
fake
that
stuff.
shit on the news already. Like,
Yeah,
Teacher couldn't enough.
fucking physics teacher created a bomb and fucking did this, and that.
You mentioned it was a place taking place in the
in the valley,
valley.
San
Right?
Fernando Valley. Yeah,
And they bust the kids over there, right? In the morning, they would pick them up and bust them.
no, that was Dangerous Minds. Yeah, that was Dangerous Minds.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, a lot of this
right?
movie was actually filmed in Pasadena.
Pasadena.
Yeah, so John Quincy Adams High. That's not
Tonight.
it's fiction, but it was mostly recorded in
I
Pasadena.
know. That's what I saw. That's Adams. That's in L.A. No.
There's one in
Adams? Yeah, that's
I forgot where it's
Jesse. Isn't that in L.A. Adams?
Jesse, look it up.
Adams High School. What?
Yeah.
John Quincy
Adams
Adams.
Yeah.
is 100% in South Central.
Yeah.
That's a South Central
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah.
for sure.
But one thing I like about this movie though is like how it starts in New York, right? And you can see the kids and you can tell like their slang,
Yeah.
right? And then you go to LA and then you get a different type
I
of
think that's why that movie's dope because it shows you two different sides, two different coasts.
yeah.
Fucking Method Man.
Yeah, no, hey, Method Man has to be the most successful Wu member, huh? As far as coming out
Yeah.
in
Well,
movies.
him and RZA.
And how high
him and
how
RZA.
high.
Yeah, I would say RZA too, because RZA's more of a behind the scenes guy.
Right.
But
You know,
RZA,
He's
if
a
you think-
director.
If you think about it though, besides how high RZA's actually came out in like American Gangster,
Yeah.
Ghost
you
Dog.
know, yeah, goes like.
But he did the soundtrack
I
for
fucking
Kill Bill.
love that movie.
Yeah.
But it's like what Eric said, he's more like behind the scenes, where
Yeah.
Method Man is more like on camera.
Yeah, there's an actual movie that just came out.
Yeah,
It's
that RZA
him,
made,
and him and Quentin Tarantino.
Right.
They, I guess, directed by Quentin Tarantino, but yeah,
Written
man.
by RZA.
Written by RZA. Yeah. what was it? Iron Fist.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like
that one.
one's a
That one
good
was dope. I remember.
With Batista too, and then
Yeah.
Legend of the Iron Fist or some shit
yeah.
like that. Iron Fist.
But I feel like this movie, dude, it really captured the San Fernando Valley. It's like I was telling Art.
I think the last two movies were the set good LA actually the last three movies.
But the Valley.
What,
was
like,
like,
Dangerous
Good
Minds?
shown of LA how the LA culture was.
But not like 187 though. 187 is a lot more accurate.
You said something that I haven't heard before.
Oh shit.
And then you said it captured the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah.
Oh damn. Okay.
I've never ran into that.
Okay, so I feel like San Fernando Valley is very versatile when it comes to different races. It's not just like, I know in the movie it's kind of like Latinos, but not even in the movie. In the movie, it's a lot of like Latinos and blacks, and you see white, like the guy Stevie and stuff. Like that's really how the valley is. I feel
It's fucking.
it's
crazy,
not just
man.
like, for example, like us. It's not like
Yeah.
in Southeast LA where the majority is like Latinos. You know,
Yeah.
San Fernando Valley is really like a mix of different
and we
different
have
races.
and we have a few black homies here and there.
Yeah, but I feel like this movie really captured that.
Dude, why do I only have a few black homies?
Because you're
I
not
should have a gang
expanding
why
your
don't you have-
of black. We're Los
fucking.
Angeles, no? I should have hundreds of black homies.
You're not
where
expanding
we
your
live.
culture, dog.
It's because of where we live. That's what it
Because
is.
of where we live.
Because of where we live.
bro.
Yeah.
Nah, this shit did it wrong. I think it did it wrong. But whatever.
Okay.
So for me, high school movies, I feel like 187 is the top one. I feel it's the
Yeah.
grittiest, the most realistic for me.
Yeah.
So 187, fuck yeah, it's a badass
One
movie.
is a badass movie.
Yeah.
Anything else on this one? Before we move on,
What was I think I was gonna. I forgot what I was gonna say.
The soundtrack in the movies is dope
Soundtrack's
too.
fucking
Even though
dope.
it's not what you expect for it to be like a.
you thought it was gonna be like a rugged. Fucking,
They would have like more like rap music and
Rap
stuff. They
music,
have more like
yeah.
drum and bass, and like they
Yeah.
have more like
Cause I
chill
know-
music, but it fits
Well, that
in.
fool looks like a Samuel L. Jackson. Garfield, that fool looks like a fucking retired jazz player. Fucking used to do heroin. Used to do
A blues motherfucker.
he used to do heroin in the 70s.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Skitty bop bop ba doo ba da ba da. I'm the scat man. All right, so let us move on to the next movie, which is
Except that a little bit different. The last three couple of movies, you know.
this was gangster shit.
Yeah, completely different. I feel like I dropped the ball on this movie selection, but oh well.
I just feel it's not a high school movie. Now that I've watched
It's
it,
more of
There
a.
we
It's
go.
more of
More
a going
college.
into more going to college. All right, we'll be right back. All right, well, we had to take a break for the camera, anyways. But go ahead.
So the next movie we're gonna talk about something a little bit different between the last three films. Let's bring a little bit of comedy into it. Even so,
Lighten up the mood.
Lighten up the fucking killing.
it's like something not even high school related, but pre-high school after. But it calls Accepted. Came out on August 18, 2006. And the budget itself, it was 23 million, and the gross pay was 38 million.
damn, they made money.
Ask me about my wiener.
Ask me about my wiener.
So the main story itself is the main character, Brian Gaines, Drew Law,
Oh, okay.
just alone.
Just along.
It's
Barnaby or Barnaby.
Barnaby.
Yeah, that's a weird name. Barnaby, some stuff.
yeah.
That's not white people shit.
Barnaby Gaines.
So he just recently came out of high school, just like graduated itself, and he just recently got rejected from one of the colleges that he wants to go to, and just for he does not disappoint his parents, his family itself, him and his friends got together and started to make a fake college itself, like a school campus. But things got out of control itself with the website because they uploaded just to convince the parents itself. Hundreds of different students are like pretty much never got accepted to different colleges.
It was
They
like
started to
300,
show-
right?
Yeah, it was
Was
couple
about
of
That was like a lot of people. Yeah.
because originally they just rented out this building just to make this.
It was an insane asylum.
It was an abandoned
Silly.
insane asylum.
The padded rooms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which they called the South Harbor Asylum of technology, which is short
South
term.
Harmon.
Sorry,
South Harmon, yeah.
Harmon?
South Harmon.
South Harmon.
Technology.
So short term, shit.
Shit, yeah. So
Shitheads.
they were shitheads, yeah.
So
Oh, I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
so like during the whole process itself, the parents started to like question like about this college, so everyone started to make up different rulings itself, like make classes. There's no grades. There's no like really that hardcore tradition of a college, you know. But later on, there was a rival college next door. They always call it like the sister like school with it. But things got out of control. Like there was not really a real school, but you know things worked out after the very end.
Louis Black is in this, that's the comedian.
And Jonah Hill.
Yeah, and Jonah Hill's in this as well. I love Louis Black. His comedy is fucking hilarious. He's really funny in this one. Jonah Hill, when he was the big version of Jonah
Big
Hill.
Jonah Hill. Hey, quick
And
thing.
Superbad is like when you started slimming down.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
By the way, Superbad is a high school movie.
Let's
And it
go
was,
super bad over this movie.
I knew this was gonna happen.
We didn't pick that one.
So, do you guys remember what's his name? Louis Black?
Louis Black, yeah.
Remember when he gets fired from the shoe store?
Yeah.
Do you guys recognize the girl?
No.
Oh shit! Well, dude, she was the one from Nacho Libre, the one that has the tunnels.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that was her.
yeah, that was her.
wow.
How did you get here so fast?
Yeah, that was her.
I used McDonald's. This movie's pretty funny. Good. You know, it's a good look at what's gonna happen after high school. What's gonna, how they're gonna transition into college, and if you don't get accepted to a college, it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? But
supposed to go to ELEC. Mr. Lowe used to say, "Oh no, you're all up in UCLA, University of Cerritos, left on the laundry." It was my first time, pretty much, kind of watching the movie.
yeah.
same here.
I guess what was cool about it is that it's all not necessarily misfits, but what makes it is
It kind of
that-
is.
right.
It kind
A
of
little
is.
bit.
Yeah.
Like they're all
Especially
kind
the
of
dean.
they're all rejected. So from what I understand, that's why they make their pretty much fake college to sell it to their parents, to be like, I got accepted, but because of the website and everything, a whole bunch of people got accepted, and they showed up, and then the tuition is $10,000. Then they use that money to flip it and fix everything and do everything.
Make it
So
like a legit
That's a hustle,
school.
dog.
yeah, and pretty much makes it a legit school.
bro. Hell yeah! Like
you
I
know?
didn't know that. I've never seen this movie, but that shit, like, okay, I understand now.
Yeah, so like
yeah.
that's how it becomes like an establishment, and then they're trying to get accredited
Yeah.
to where like it's a legit school. So the whole thing becomes like they do things that are not, or like unorthodox. They're not like a regular school. It's just they're learning different, I guess, skills.
Well, they're learning what the students want to learn.
Yeah, so
that's
like,
what he asked,
like
yeah.
bumper
Like,
stickers.
what you want to learn?
Yeah, what do you want to
you
learn?
Yeah, like bumper stickers was really kind of like a computer graphic design type class, but that was the name for it,
Which, by the way, that redhead. I love me some redheads. I want her to.
Ask me about my winner.
No, what's cool about them is that they've been rejected so much that nothing gets them down.
Yeah.
Like remember when they're having their concert, their party,
Oh yeah.
right? And the other guy from the Harmon school
fucking-
comes and he pulls a fire alarm and then the water starts coming on everyone. And instead of them getting mad, they're like, "Fuck it, wet t-shirt contest."
Yeah,
Like, nothing gets them down,
Which is funny too, because they have Blake Lively in this as well.
Yeah, it's a young
Yeah,
Blake Lively.
Blake
Yeah, jump
Lively.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill is the only character that got accepted to an actual college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see like the whole fraternity, the whole testing.
Yeah,
and,
the
like,
hazing
what-
they did to him.
Yeah.
And his friend told him, like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you're just humiliating yourself you know.
Yeah.
I'm like,
He
no,
just- he
because
wants to be-
my grand founder she used to do
grandfather
this,
did,
blah
yeah.
blah blah. And I get it. There's some college, the
fraternity.
the fraternity,
The
that's a
hazing,
true
the all of
tradition,
that.
you know.
Yeah.
Me personally, I never went to college, or you know, but I'm pretty sure that's something like it's part of the whole genre, like the whole. I mean,
Yeah, because even like
tradition
Dazed and
itself.
Confused, they do the whole.
I went to
hazing thing.
Cerritos for a semester. I got the financial aid, which was like $1,400. I bought a '87 Honda Accord. I never went back.
Hey,
I got a $2,000 at La Curacao. Ended up having to pay for that shit for like 5 years.
I took a class and a half at ELAC. That's my college.
I would just go. One thing they had, I think it was a SNK. Was it Capcom versus SNK? It was a SNK one.
Hey, but
What
that's
the
how predatory
Yeah,
that kind of shit is. That kind of financing, just in general.
Yeah.
It's so predatory.
Well, shout out to financial aid for helping me provide my first vehicle that crapped out in 3 days. Alex, fuck you. And now you're in Acapulco somewhere. Sold me a 87 Honda for $700. I took the hubcaps off, the spoiler, all that shit before I even drove off, and it would have fucked up ass battery. That shit died. Well, long story short, that's what happens to kids in all these rejects. You know, you just being in those situations where you got to find a way to, you know, kind of make it happen for your own. So I think
Gotta
that's what's cool about this this movie is that there's so many different people with different situations.
Yeah.
But they all want to they could all relate to each other and accept each other and pretty much get along. So, but even within the school, it's still like cliques and still like classes of people or groups of people that kind of like hang out to each other. So I can see why it can be kind of high school-ish, you know, but
I mean, it feels like it's taking place like few months right after high school. So
yeah,
it's
he
like,
gets rejected from
freedom.
everywhere.
And it's just like all the rejects, pretty much, they feel like someone they can be part of. You know?
Yeah.
Especially at the end when like he's talking about delivering the speech.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't
Yeah.
give a shit if, you know, we don't get it credited, and then they give them the, you know, after everything that they go through, essentially
quick to judge me.
they give him, because he justified his case, right, versus like the fraternity and the other professor or the dean that's talking shit, like, you guys aren't educated, like, you guys aren't, you know, what are you teaching, what are this, what is that, you can't be considered a real school. And then they get granted the temporary, like, probationary accredited status. So like if you're taking classes there, technically it's legit.
actually,
Yeah. But back to the movie.
Favorite scene out of this, I guess.
I think the end.
I really enjoyed the whole like remodeling the whole the whole building itself.
Where Jonah Hill's.
I was like, where did they get the money for all this shit?
Well,
When I
the
was watching
tuition.
it.
Yeah, it was
No, this
yeah.
is before they opened up.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
before-
I mean, remember the
Well,
dad?
His dad
gave
gave
him
him
a check.
yeah,
Dad gave
10,000.
money. Oh,
That's
that's right.
that's how he opened it up.
Yeah.
But
Like your nalgas.
so the scream itself,
No mames,
when they were cleaning up and when he gave out that scream itself, it's not really John Hill. It's actually one of the actress from it.
Jonah.
Oh shit.
No,
What'd he say?
Spencer.
Jonah.
The Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas.
Jonah.
Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah, the way he yells.
Jonah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was one of the
El
actors
Jonah te
Flanders.
agarró la
from the
dona.
movies, and so like, hey, do this scene, and sure enough, they just edited itself.
I like the end scene because for whatever reason,
This
you ever seen Scent of a Woman, man? You ever seen Scent of a Woman? Ennui. It reminds me of Scent of a Woman in that like closing scene where Al Pacino is backing up the kid, like in a court, you know, and they're facing a disciplinary committee and everything. So like I feel like it gave those vibes. Like he stood up for all those kids, you know, or for like all his peers in a sense, and he became a natural leader, like something that wasn't expected.
My captain, my captain.
So then that white blonde chick ends up like falling in love with him or like likes him after all because she sees that he's this confident fucking take charge now, and it came out naturally type fool, and his parents, you know, end up seeing like, oh, this guy actually is making
learning
sense. Like
something,
our son is actually fucking, you know, smart, and he's an entrepreneur, and then all the, you know, pretty much all the parents that are there listening, and you know, it ends up being like everything worked out, right? Like everything happens for a reason. So I think that was like the concept of it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, especially because I don't think there's another movie like that that I've heard of. You know, so I think that's why it's unique in its own way, like the actual plot of it.
Yeah. Me, I honestly, I think the scene where they're figuring out, you know, where to go, like it's all so hectic and stuff. Like, oh, you go around this side. Okay, that's gonna be on this side, and they're walking down the hallway and shit. And they're like, dude, how are we gonna fucking do this? Like, how are we gonna figure out how to run this as a school when we don't know what the fuck we're doing, you know? And they're learning on the job,
Like on the go.
basically. Yeah. It's a good scene. And then when they have Lewis Black on meeting the parents, talking
Oh,
to
yeah.
them, that's a good scene.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. That and the ending. I like the ending.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on this one?
No, it was a great movie. Okay, it was an awesome movie.
Great fucking
I
movie.
think that you know it go ahead
different.
and shows what kind of happens after high school, right? And we kind of see everything unravel and unfold, and you know the way that the events kind of play out. You know, it's such a refreshing thing to see. Yeah,
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, a little bit different compared to the last.
No, you
movies.
chose a great movie.
No, I didn't.
Art. You
I
chose
just want
a
to brighten up
great
the mood,
movie.
you know.
Okay, USA.
And the movie itself is taking place in Ohio too. A little
That's where they
small
filmed it?
little-
Ohio.
Oh, okay, USA.
Wow. Can I get my money back?
All
Shout
right,
out Felipe
so
Esparza.
I think it's time that we go to the wrestling ring.
Let's go to the
Let's go.
wrestling ring.
Anybody that wants to name
Cross.
this one.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll hand it to you, sir.
Hand it to
Hand it to you, sir.
So again, like I say, I mixed up the balls.
Sure you did, pal. Sure you did.
Before
Sure you
we
did.
do this,
Sure you did.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Sure you did.
and what do we have
and me, huh?
for the next?
So we're going to talk about rappers.
We're doing rappers again?
Again?
We're doing rappers again?
And
Did we do that one
rappers
again?
before?
These vials.
Did we put that button back in?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Because we had a lot of. there's a
Well,
lot of
let's
movies.
X that.
All right. Can I
So that
Fumble?
one's done. Let's go to another one.
So the next movie we're going to talk about is about New York.
New York City.
New York,
Hey,
big city
okay.
of dreams, and everything in
pretty
New
cool.
York.
I
You
like
know
this.
is what
Who's
it's
been in
saying.
New York?
So
I've
just,
been in New
I've
York
been in New York.
multiple
You been in New York? You been in
times.
New York?
I've been to New York.
You been in New York?
I've been in New York multiple times.
No.
My girl's family's from Manhattan.
Brooklyn,
Dog,
Brooklyn.
I was gonna talk shit.
Shaolin. son.
out.
All right, so we're gonna go and we're gonna pick some movies and we'll be right
Manhattan.
back. We'll be right
The
back.
city.
All right, we're back. We picked up our movies. This one was a little hard to choose because there's so many fucking good movies that are based out of New York, and you know, I was torn. My movie is going to be the classic movie, The Warriors. Warriors, come in and play.
I'm going to go with Summer of Sam.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Damn, I think I might switch it up here at the very
Oh,
end.
shit.
He picked one, but
I think your choice was legit.
All right, so
Whatever
I was
you-
in between. I was in between The Godfather
Okay.
and A Bronx Tale, but I think I'm gonna go with A Bronx Tale because it shows a little more of the New York life, like on the stoop.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Now
I'm gonna
you're
go with A
not
Bronx
going
Tale.
nowhere.
40 years ago.
And then what about you?
Like I said, I'm gonna go with A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale.
Jesse.
So the movie I'm going to choose is We Own the Night.
We own the night. All right.
I want to watch that one. I haven't watched it.
That's a good one. So Real quick before we go as well, this is our 10th episode of the podcast. I can't believe we got to this point. It's been a struggle. We had a time where we didn't have Santana here for an episode, so technically it's 11 episodes, but we have 10 episodes all together with all of us, especially with Jesse here, and we're gonna keep on going, keep on trucking on. Anything else you guys want to say?
If you guys do watch these videos, we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and
Thank you
put
very much.
feedback, comments, all of that. You watch this video, take the time when you get there, give us the feedback. We want to continue to improve. We want to continue to get better. I know there's a lot that we can continue to change and get better at.
Yeah.
But I think if you guys do end up watching this, if you guys could give us feedback, post it, and then we'll just kind of work on it from there, just so we can continue to deliver great content and content that will essentially kind of keep you in and keep you excited and wanting to watch us. So I'll just leave it at that. Again, 10 episodes. It doesn't even feel like it, and it's a trip. Yeah. But, we're there. Next thing you know, we'll be at 20, 25 episodes and continue to grow with subscribers and likes and all of that stuff. Hopefully we start coming up on the algorithm somehow, some way. So we'll see.
You want to say something else?
No, I just really appreciate everyone's support out there who's watching us. What Carlos said, just love the feedback, some of it. Love to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Foos are going to be out. Check out the videos right here, and we're out.
Later.
Thanks.